Hi there, Traci Pirri with Hope for the Journey. I've had a lot of questions from both therapists and clients, family members, the like, friends, family members of my own. There seems to be a lot of confusion about the difference between EMDR-trained, EMDR-certified, EMDR consultant, and there's a lot of confusion within EMDR trained therapists. And so I thought it might be helpful to just kind of explain that a little bit and why it matters. So when people start out with EMDR training, there are some really short, like Cassie, and there's one other person that's letting people that don't even have a license call themselves be EMDR certified. And I actually took, when I first started, the PESI training, which is like a 2-day training, and it gives you an overview. And I will say, I didn't know any different. I had kind of asked around, did I need to go to the real EMDR training, which is 6 full days of training. It's either 5 days altogether and 20 hours of consultation afterwards, or they break it up into 2 weekends. And so it's 3 days of each weekend, and there's 10 days of consultation in between. So that's a lot more than just a 2-day no consultation training. It's also a lot more expensive, obviously, and more of a time investment. So when I was first getting introduced to EMDR, I wasn't quite sure, and I didn't really know anybody that was EMDR trained. And I just went into one of these things thinking, okay, I'll just dip my foot in. And looking back, I'm like, I'm so glad that I didn't really hurt any clients at that point that I know of. It just was not safe. I didn't know enough about EMDR. EMDR is such a comprehensive, wonderful treatment modality, but there's just so much to learn. So there's those. I don't recommend that. So if your client looking for a therapist, definitely make sure that they're EMDR trained, either by the EMDR Institute or by EMDRIA. Those are the two kind of, places that do good training and do the basic training. So when you're EMDR trained, that's what you've done. You've done the 2 weekends or the 5 days straight through and 20 hours of consultation afterwards. And you get a certificate that says that you are EMDR trained. Sometimes people misunderstand that and they say that they're certified at that point. That's not true. Certification is actually another 20 hours of consultation. I think it's like, I should know this. It's several hours that you have to do of like more client work. So you have to have at least 25 clients that you've done EMDR with, and I think it's 50 sessions that you've completed. I don't know this off the top of my head because the clinicians in my team do EMDR so much that we don't ever have to worry about those basic hours, but it's the 20 hours of consultation that you're getting that's really important because it allows you to practice, but then get additional training that's in a much smaller group where you can really work through and make sure that you really know the 8 phases and 3 prongs, and you understand the theory behind it and how to conceptualize the cases, all of those things. So that gets you to EMDR certification, which super excited because I've got 3 clinicians that have either finished or are about to submit this year. And we've got a whole other batch of 4 clinicians that are about to start on the EMDR certification process. And we got Oliver was our last staff member to start the EMDR training process. So we've got everybody on board, and it's super exciting. We're waiting for our intern to be able at some point to be ready for training. So it's just fun on the team to see everybody growing in their skills. Once you finish EMDR certification, you can then go on for additional training to become a consultant, like I am. And that's another 20 hours where you're learning how to teach people about EMDR and really making sure that you have it. You have to help out with EMDR trainings and provide consultation in that way. And you have to provide a certain amount of consultation hours. And then above that is becoming an EMDR trainer. So an EMDR consultant can actually do advanced trainings, but an EMDR trainer is the only one that can teach completely on their own the EMDR trainings, the basic trainings where people start that. So those are the levels. I know it's confusing, but hopefully this clears some things up. If you're looking for an EMDR therapist, of course, you can reach out to us. If we can't help you, we'll send you somewhere else. But also EMDRIA.org. So it's EMDRIA, so EMDR International Association.org is has a therapist directory where you can also find somebody in your area. All right. Please make sure that you reply back with any questions that you have. And again, reach out if you need any help finding a therapist for you. Thanks.